Welcome back to TimeSkip SMP. And guess what? I can finally look at you when I'm speaking. We're now on version 1.0, which is the official release of Minecraft, which has added so much new stuff to the game. Now, in this episode, I'm planning on building a bakery, so we can supply fresh bakes to the whole server. Now, before we can actually build the bakery, I do have to do a bit of resource gathering, which means going to the nether. Thankfully, because I'm one of the last people to go to the nether, at least in the cobblers, they've made the spawn pretty safe. But I still want to be very careful. If I gather a lot of netherrack now, it means we won't have to come back here later. Oh no, I hear a ghast. Hello? Ah! You know, I think a safer option might just be to mine into the wall. I genuinely hate the nether. My pickaxe is about to break, so I think we should have enough for now. Now we have to find some soul sand. I actually don't know where to find soul sand because this is before the nether update, so we're just gonna have to look around for a bit and hope we don't get hit by a ghast. Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful. I probably should have brought a bow with me if I'm being completely honest. We're just gonna have to make a run for it. Go, 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 go! Why is this nether so lethal? Right, we're gonna gather a lot of this so we don't have to come back here. I think I should have plenty for now. Let's just try and get out of here safely. I feel like this is so much worse than the modern nether. Right, we're going home and we are not coming back here today. I mean, we might go back in the future, I don't know. Okay, now that we're back in the overworld, thankfully all the other blocks I need for my build we can get here. I'm going to need a lot of sandstone and some sand as well. And thankfully there's a desert right here. What? Hello? Okay. Anyways. So my plans for this build is to have some indoor and outdoor seating and also have a lookout tower where people can look out and admire the views. Hopefully we should have enough materials to make a start on the build. If I need more, we can always go back and get some. Let's harvest our sugarcane though. Right now, the only baked goods in Minecraft are cakes, but when we update a little bit more, we'll get cookies and pumpkin pie, and we can add that to our bakery too. Now, I was exploring a little bit off camera, and I found the perfect spot for our bakery. We're gonna have to check the coordinates to make sure it's not too far away, but I don't think it is. I'll go show you it now. Right, this is the spot I picked out. I don't know if it'll be big enough, and we're probably gonna have to terraform just a little bit to make the land a little bit more accessible, but I don't think it's too far away. We can see the cobbler village right over there, so as long as we build a path, I think people will be able to find it. I'm gonna put all our resources in here in case anything happens because I do not want to lose them. I've just realized that I've forgotten about one resource, and that's glass, but that's okay. We can always add that at the very end. My goal is to have this bit be a tower which sticks out from the rest of the build a little bit. This should add some depth, which will hopefully make up for the lack of blocks in this build because we still don't have a lot, even though this is the full release of Minecraft. We'll focus on fixing the terrain later. You know, if I can't hear the mobs, then they're not there, are they? Now, for bigger builds, I like to try and get the main shape down before I add any details. So I'll probably break away windows and doors afterwards. Just for now, I'm going to focus on actually building the walls. Thinking we could also add some sand as some texturing. Yeah, there we go. See, now that we've got the main walls done, we can finally start on a roof. Since the mountains around here are really tall, I'm thinking of building a really tall roof as well, just so it doesn't look too out of place. Now, there's not a lot of blocks we can make gradients out of, so I've gone with a soul sand to netherrack to bricks. You're gonna have to trust the process here. I think it will look a bit better when it's finished. I have a horrible feeling I'm gonna need more netherrack, so I'm hoping there's more in my chest that I just haven't taken out. Because I do not want to go back to the nether. That was actually horrible. Now we go check the chest and hope we have more netherrack. Oh, thank God. As much as I do love old Minecraft, I do miss some of the blocks we have in modern day. Hang on a second, how have I messed this up? Oh no! I've made it wonky! I have to Oh, I have to tear this whole side down. Oh, that's so annoying. How have I done that? It's okay, we'll just tear it down and act like nothing happened. Did I seriously just make another iron axe? I meant to make a pickaxe. Today is not my day, is it? While we're here, we might as well harvest our wheat and plant some more. Why is the farmland like this? Let's head back to the construction site. Yeah, I'm definitely going to clear out a lot of this hill, just so we can actually see the building. Back to tearing it down, though. Right, now we can try this again and hopefully make it even this time. Something about old Minecraft that is very annoying when you're building is if you go to the edge of a block and you stop shifting, you fall off the block, which isn't a thing in modern Minecraft, and it's very annoying. There we go, that's a bit better. Now before we do any more of the roof here, I'd like to work on the tower a bit, because that's going to overlap with the roof. I'm really hoping this roof will actually look good. I haven't really built towers before on Minecraft, so this is a first for me. And if it looks bad, we blame it on the version, not me. I'm not going all the way back down there just to use the crafting table. I'm gonna add a little bit of a shelter here using wool to try and emulate that classic bakery. I don't even know what you'd call it. You know what I mean. See, this roof has actually come together quite nicely. I plan on adding a little border around the edge, just to tie the whole thing together. We are completely out of bricks as well, so I'm gonna make a stop at my shop and just steal some bricks. It's not stealing if it's my own shop, like, come on. But after we get the roof done, we can finally get to work on adding some details, which will really pull the whole build together, I'm hoping. There we go, already I can just see how much of a difference this has made to the build. You better not be taking any of my blocks. Oh, the Enderman left us a gift. Thank you, I am going to remove that though, because it doesn't match the roof. But thank you anyway. The good thing about having the back of this building to this hill is no one can see how plain it looks. Now I'm thinking of making this cover thing out of red wool and netherrack to match the roof a bit, but also stand out just a little bit. Thinking of making it just one wider. Yeah, there we go. You can also make a path going all the way from the village back to here. I would quite like to light this place up. The last thing I want is a creeper blowing this up and destroying the whole thing. Incredibly annoying thing about old Minecraft number 100, you don't get double the amount for slabs. And since I can't place only a top slab, I'm gonna have to smelt so much more stone than I would have usually. Right, it's been a couple weeks since I've been on the server, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't remember what I've done on camera and off camera. So I'm gonna show you everything I've done so far. So I've added this kind of like patio thing using some stone slabs. I've also tried to make some tables and chairs using pistons. I've also filled in these walls. I still need to do a couple things like do the windows, and then we have to do the interior. But after that, I think we're nearly done. I've started to do a little bit of terraforming to try and get a path in here. Ignore this, a creeper blew it up. But if we look over here, people have started making a railway track so we can get around the server easily. I think in the next episode, I might make a train station here, just so people can stop off and get to the bakery easier. I can't wait to finally have top slabs in this game. Not having them is making it really annoying, same with upside down stairs. I don't think that's too bad considering the limitations we have. But at least we finally have glass panes. I think this is the exterior pretty much complete. This means we can finally work on the interior. And it's going to need a lot of work to make it look nicer. I'm thinking here to have the doorway up to like a spiral staircase going upstairs. Right, I am aware that this is a bit of a dodgy staircase, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. It works, kind of. So I've put a couple tables out in here, and I've also put one up at the top of the tower. I'm gonna turn this little space up here into like my storage room, since I'm running out of space in my own house. That's why it's staff only. and I am the only staff here. Here's my path I've been working on. I've tried to make it out of mostly cobblestone, but I've also added a little bit of mossy cobblestone. As you can see, I've only really added the mossy cobblestone where the grass is, because it wouldn't really make sense over the sandy bit. We'll actually almost finish this bakery. All we need to do is add a counter, and then we actually have to make the cakes. We're also going to make a little oven here. Yeah, there we go. I think we should have everything now to make a cake. I don't actually remember what the recipe is. I think it's milk on top, wheat at the bottom, sugar either side, and an egg in the middle. Yes! Oh, where should we put this? Let's put it in the window. Perfect. We should have enough milk to make one more. Also, while I was out looking for some more resources, I got a new dog. We'll have you live there. And that's our bakery done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please consider subscribing. In the next episode, I'd like to build a train station back over there where we were earlier. Again, that's a job for the next episode. See you then. Goodbye!